Welcome back to Bordeaux Life, everyone. Thank you all so much for your comments on the last vlog. In today's episode, I learn a valuable lesson, but does it set me back lots of money and a few days? Let's see. Louis?
Oui,
Comment ça va?
ça va et toi?
Bien, merci. Did you stay the night to make sure that the squatters didn't come in?
They didn't come. I was there.
Yeah? In a
They
tent?
are scared of me.
Oh, wow! That's really good. So Louis has popped all of the insulation phonic insulation on top of the beams. We'll come back to that in a minute, though. Louis, are you ready to get a load of parquet down today?
Ready for it. Waiting for that.
Good. How far do you think we'll get?
I don't know. We do half.
Yeah.
All the big space today. It's good. I don't know. I never did it.
Without further ado, let's get on to this parquet. Now, I keep thinking that, I might have forgotten something. I mean, I have laid 700-800 meters squared of this parquet, and I just can't think what it is. Anyway, let's just get on with laying the parquet, do a bit of a time lapse, and we'll have a chat in a bit. But let me show you first how we lay it here. So this is my trusty nail gun that I use. I know I'm going to get a million comments saying I should be using pneumatic because it's less hassle. When I bought this was the only one proposed to me, and I quite like it. So, okay, yeah, it probably is quicker doing with the pneumatic gun, but this is a really good system. If you look at the profile, can you get the profile there? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So the profile, it's kind of barbed. So these nails are barbed, and as it gets towards the top of the nail, they get wider. So when you whack these nails in with this machine, they go in and they just do not come out. Old parquet kind of methods would just be using normal nails, and of course you get a lot of creaking. This stops a lot of the creaking. So let's get going. Louis, have you got a knife?
Yes.
I can see it. Don't hold out on me. Okay. So, the manufacturer is sending me all different lengths, so we have to kind of keep mixing in, and that we really do not want on a line, it's like this. We don't want the line before to arrive at the same place for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's ugly when you get lines lining up like that. And second of all, you lose strength. So we're going to aim for anywhere from about here, connection, to right in the center, yeah? Are you taking notes, Louis?
Yes, I'm taking notes, Prof.
Okay, so let's get a couple over here and we're going to get going. Oh, I got you to get another board, didn't I? So we can work off it. Soon enough we'll be able to be working off the parquet though. But if we're going on parquet, we don't have mucky feet, do we, Louis?
I didn't understand.
Mucky feet, so muddy feet.
Ah, yeah. Remonte ton pantalon.
Okay, So some of you guys were looking out before saying, you saw my boxers? No, it's my blue shirt. But I think that time we might have seen a little bit more than boxers. Thanks, Louis.
Nice. We say it in English the same. La raie du plombier, the plumber line.
The builder's bum.
Okay.
So I don't like hitting the tongue with, kind of tongue is the male bit that comes off.
There is one we use. I already
I know,
used.
we used to eat earlier,
It's a
didn't
little
we?
bit. I don't know.
You know
it's
what?
a small one.
We'll just use, oh, here we are.
Yes.
We might have been hitting that one a little bit.
Exactly.
Perfect, that's my one that I used to get it in place. Let's get going. Leaving a gap all the time. So that's how they go in, but you generally do a few at a time, don't you? Just got that one in, it was being a bit awkward. Just wanted to say, the wood has been here a few days now. We got that first line in straight away, but you're best leaving the wood a good 2-3 days to acclimatise to the room, the humidity, the temperature, everything. So we did leave it a few days, and it's ready to go. So we're going to roll a time lapse. Well, I don't know whether you could see on the time lapse, but it took us a little bit to get into the rhythm, didn't it, Louis?
Yes, but we did
We
quite
got
good,
there.
I think.
Yeah, we got there now. It's starting to go down really well. I wanted to show you all this. So, what were my words, Louis? This way round, and up top it's thick, down below it's thin. Well, every once in a while, the sawmill sends you something that puts you off. And I was like putting it in, trying to get it right, and it just wouldn't get right. They milled it the wrong way around. So the thin bit at the top and the thick bit underneath. There you go. So yeah, it's lunchtime now. We're going to stop. We're going to carry on after lunch with another time lapse. Louis got to go get some stuff, some more parquet so that it kind of adjusts to the temperature and humidity here for in a few days' time. And I'm just going to carry on my own on time lapse. And yeah, I just can't. I keep thinking that I'm forgetting something. I haven't got a clue what it is, but it'll come to me. It will come to me. Don't worry.
Back to work. That's strange. I'm not hearing Edd. Edd?
Up here, Louis.
What are you doing? I'm not hearing names going on. Ay. Oh, taking a nap?
No, I'm struggling with my back, to be honest, Louis.
Oh.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yes.
I managed to get a few rows done whilst you were away. Then I had problems with the gun. I don't know whether they saw it on the time lapse, but it's not returning as it should do. And then I stood up was in not pain, aches with my back. So I just have a quick lie down to deal with my back. I don't think we're going to get a huge amount more done today. We're just going to take it nice and slow every day. Otherwise, my back's going to give out on me.
No worries.
So you bought some more parquet so you get acclimatized before we...
Yes. 1/3.
Another third, okay.
Another third, yeah.
I now remember what I was going to talk about and what I was forgetting. And it could have been extremely expensive, time wasted, and going backwards. Basically, I'm going to address some of the people that asked in the comments why I was laying parquet this way. I'm not replying to the people that were quite rude and that just said basically you're doing it wrong. For the people that asked about why I'm doing it this way, why there is no kind of OSB underneath the parquet, well, here's your answer. So, as I just touched on earlier on in the vlog, I have laid 700 meters squared of this parquet. And I think the first time was in 2011. I think I spoke to the guy who actually produces this. So it's the kind of mill that kind of cuts the wood and produces it. He advised me to buy this machine here. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's called Porter Nail. We'll come back to that in a sec. But basically, he said, buy that machine and you just nail the parquet down onto the boards, onto the joists. And I got on with it. And then yesterday, a couple of days ago, the vlog, I started laying one row. And I got jumped on by a lot of people saying, you're not doing it right. Well, I hate to disagree, but I am doing it right. And I actually called the manufacturer up. So this isn't just some salesman. These guys are making the parquet. And I called him up and I said, what's going on? Why have I got all these people telling me I should have OSB underneath? I thought this was, good on its own. And I said, I'm 90% sure it is good on its own. Can you explain why it's good on its own without OSB so I can tell everybody that are asking? Like I say, those people that were rude can just listen or not if they want. And basically said, this parquet is of such good quality and it is so thick that it does not need OSB underneath. A lot of you guys in possibly the States, Australia, wherever, even in the UK, I think some people were saying, a lot of you are probably laying a lot thinner parquet. This is 23 millimeters. I'm sorry, I don't have it in inches, but it's really thick for parquet or floorboard. And he actually quoted me a norm. If you're really interested in it and you want to look up a little bit more on the internet, it's norm 51.0, so it's 51.1, and it's a French norm about parquet, and it's about the width of the beams and the thickness of the parquet, and it states that 21 millimeter upwards you can lay without any OSB. On that note, he did laugh at me, and to be honest, I didn't think about it myself, but this insulation here is absolutely useless, phonic insulation, because of these little puppies here. So they obviously are going through the parquet. Now, in the States, back in the 1900s, when the trains were coming and there was the Indians that were looking out for the white folk on the train or whatever it was, whoever was looking for people coming on a train, they used to put their ear down onto the metal because the metal transferred the sound a lot more than obviously the air. And so you'd hear the train coming from like miles off by the metal. And he said it's the same principle. When you nail through the phonic insulation, then you have the same problem, and so you don't actually gain anything by putting the phonic insulation down. There you go.
I'm so happy to put it during hours.
We'll keep doing it, but yeah, it might be some kind of help. But we are going to insulate hugely underneath, and we're going to plasterboard underneath. And I've done this before. I've never heard anything from people running about upstairs, and don't forget it is upstairs. It's bedrooms. It's not high heels and hard shoes tapping on the floor normally. It's feet. So I'm happy with how that is. I hope that's cleared it up for a lot of you. There is one rather ironic thing. This gun, this kind of nail, porter nail kind of gun, it is actually produced by the Canadians. And a lot of Canadians were saying, why have you not put your OSB down? So basically this is actually a machine that is for doing parquet like this. So it isn't unheard of, and it's been used for a good, say 200-300 years, nailing parquet down as it is. I'm happy with how it's going to look. I'm happy with how it's going to sound. And if you've got a problem with that, you've got a problem with that. I can't deal with that. I don't like the OSB, and I understand that those are the norms or the kind of the way to build in the States, but that's your prerogative. So there we go. Hope you'd enjoyed today's vlog. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, ring that bell, and subscribe. And don't forget, it's okay not to agree. Life's like that. Let's get on. See you next time.